This is how I got fluent in German. If you do exactly what I show you in this video, you'll be able to speak German in a few months, maybe a few weeks if you work really hard. It's pretty simple. Anyone can do it. You don't have to go anywhere. You can do it from home. You only need a spreadsheet like this one, your phone, and some discipline. All right. Uh, at first, when I started learning German ages ago, many moons ago, and then I moved to Germany eventually, I realized that I couldn't speak German at all, even after 2 years of classes. I really struggled to find a job in Germany, and I eventually had to come back to my hometown with my tail between my legs because I failed, right? But then, a few years later, I moved back to Germany again. And this time I had a job in the um, Spanish embassy in the economic and commercial department. And I did all sorts of tasks there, including translating documents from German into Spanish. And it wasn't all that complicated. I could do it pretty easily. So, what's changed? Well, many things, but one of them, a very important one, the main one, the one I want to talk about today, is that I started focusing on what's important. You see, when people start learning languages, they do all sorts of random things, mostly because they don't really know what to do. That was my case as well. When you start learning a language, you do what they tell you to do. If you learn it in school, they tell you that you need to study grammar and you need to do this and that, and it doesn't work for almost anyone. And then if you want to learn on your own, either you join classes and again you do what they tell you to do there, which is also ineffective, or you do what most people are doing, which is you use apps that also don't work because if millions of people are using them and um, 90 plus percent of them can't speak the language, then you can safely say that those apps don't work. Or you try to do some other things that people will tell you to do online, and most of those uh, pieces of advice tend to not work as well. And this is because they don't really focus on what you need, which is very simple. Learning these sentences that you actually want to be able to use in real life. Most of your time and energy should go into learning the sentences that you're most likely to use, the things that you're most likely to say, the things that you'll use the most often. So the sentences you will use in the situations and conversations that you usually have. Most of your time and energy, your learning time, should go to those because it's much better to have a few hundred sentences that are really high frequency, really well memorized and rehearsed than spending hundreds or even thousands of hours with random stuff that then don't really translate into you being able to say anything in the key scenarios, right? So you should apply the 80-20 rule here and focus on learning what you really need to use. So the first thing you need to do is write down a list of things you want to be able to say, all the things you normally talk about, the places you want to go, the people you talk to. Start taking notes. Who do you talk with? What do you talk about? What are your plans? What do you want to do with the language? Write it all down and then write the specific sentences you want to use in all those scenarios and for all those purposes, all those uh, about to talk about all those topics. And those are your 80-20 sentences, and you really need to learn those really, really well. Even when you think you know them well, you keep drilling them. You should create audio files and listen to them and repeat them aloud over and over. Even when you think you know them well, keep doing it because it's never enough. And um, Like I said, it's boring, it's hard work, but doing a lot of repetition with the key sentences will do a lot more for your speaking skills than doing all sorts of random stuff, right? What was that Bruce Lee quote about fearing the man who's done the same cake 10,000 times and not the man who's done uh, 10,000 different cakes one time each? That's exactly it, right? If you take your, not 10,000, but if you take 500 or 1,000 useful sentences and you drill them a lot, not 10,000 times, but 50 to 100 times each in total, more than enough, right? That get you through at least 90 or 95% of all conversations. And with that, you'll be able to have good conversations very early on, which is encouraging and will help you have much longer conversations. And that means more practice and also means, motivation. And if you've got the skills to have basic conversations and you are motivated and you are talking already, you're having conversations, then you'll improve much faster because you'll practice a lot more and also you'll do more because you're motivated. So that's it. It's really a game changer if you do it. Right? So what I want you to do is to take this list of 300 sentences, questions, 600 sentences, 300 questions and 300 answers, and to learn it by heart. Right? It sounds like a lot, it's really not. This is something that you can learn in a few weeks with lots of repetition. It's also repetitive, so it's easy to learn. And once you've learned this through sheer repetition, reading while listening while you do other things, uh, repeating them aloud, etc., then you delete the answers and you substitute them with your own answers, much more in detail, after learning the basic stuff, right? These 300 questions cover most scenarios, most topics, most interactions that we have. You'll find useful sentences for all of them here. So if you can answer these questions in real life, and you can answer them relatively fast without having to think too much, you're conversational and even fluent if your answers are good enough, long enough, right? So learn this and you're grand.